Living in the Philippines on Social Security alone sounds simple when people first hear about it. For some, it sounds like a dream. For others, it sounds impossible. And the truth is, the answer depends on a lot of things. In this video, I want to break down what it really means to live in the Philippines on Social Security income, what kind of life that budget can support, and what challenges retirees should be ready for. The first thing to understand is that Social Security alone can go much further in the Philippines than it often does in the United States. That is one of the main reasons retirees look at the Philippines in the first place. Housing may be more manageable. Food may be more affordable. Transportation can be less expensive. And a simple lifestyle can become much more realistic. For someone on a fixed monthly income, that difference can be huge. But there is an important detail. The Philippines is not automatically cheap for everyone. How far your Social Security goes depends on where you live and how you live. A person in a provincial area with modest needs may feel very comfortable. A person in a major city with higher expectations may struggle more. That difference matters a lot. Housing is one of the biggest factors. If you are trying to live on Social Security alone, you need to be realistic about rent. A modest apartment or house in the right location can make retirement possible. But if you want a modern space, a prime location, or a highly convenient neighborhood, your expenses can rise quickly. That is why many retirees carefully choose a location where the cost of living is lower and daily life is simpler. Food is another major part of the budget. Eating local meals and shopping wisely can help stretch your money. But if you want imported food, frequent dining out, or Western-style groceries all the time, the monthly budget can tighten fast. This is where many retirees have to make adjustments. Living on Social Security alone usually means embracing a simpler lifestyle. That does not always mean a worse lifestyle. In many cases, it means a more focused and practical one. Utilities can also be a surprise. Electricity, internet, water, and phone service all need to be included in the monthly budget. If you use air conditioning often, your electricity bill may be higher than expected. That is one of the hidden costs many people do not think about until they are already living here. Transportation is another area to plan carefully. If you rely on rides often, travel frequently, or live far from the places you need, transportation costs can add up. A retiree living on Social Security alone usually has to think ahead before making trips or buying conveniences that seem small at first. Healthcare is another serious part of the conversation. Even if the cost of living is lower, you still need to think about medical care, prescriptions, doctor visits, and emergencies. Social Security alone may cover your daily life, but it should also leave room for health needs. That means budgeting carefully and not assuming every expense will be predictable. Retirement is not just about getting by today. It is about being stable tomorrow, too. The emotional side of living on Social Security alone is also important. For many retirees, the Philippines offers something they were missing before: a slower pace, a more relaxed lifestyle, warmer weather, friendlier daily interactions, and the chance to feel like their money has real value again. That can be a powerful feeling. It can make retirement feel less stressful and more meaningful. But it can also come with emotional pressure. Living on a fixed income means you must be disciplined, you have to make choices, you have to prioritize, you have to accept that some things are simply not possible every month. That can feel limiting if you are not prepared for it. Still, many retirees do make it work. They downsize, they simplify, they adapt. They learn to enjoy a life that is less expensive, less rushed, and sometimes more peaceful than the one they left behind. And for many, that is enough. The key is not to ask whether Social Security alone is luxurious. It is not. The real question is whether it is enough for a comfortable, modest, and realistic life in the Philippines. For some people, the answer is yes. For others, it may not be. That is why planning matters so much. You need to know your budget, your location, your habits, and your health needs before making the move. The Philippines can be a wonderful place to retire on Social Security alone, but only if you understand the full reality. It is possible. It can work, but it requires discipline, flexibility, and a clear-eyed view of what life will actually cost. That is the truth many people need before taking the leap. If you are considering this kind of retirement, the most important thing is not to build your plan on fantasy. Build it on numbers. Build it on reality. and build it on the kind of life you can truly sustain. That is what makes retirement in the Philippines possible for many people on Social Security alone. Not luxury, not perfection, just a life that is simple, affordable, and real. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to Philippine Reality Check for more honest stories about retirement, expat life, and the real cost of living in the Philippines.